Hey everyone, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm Ivy. We are on cycle 891. Kind of struggling a little bit, but things have been on the upside lately. So, get this going again. So, last time we worked on getting these all taken care of and sorted out. So you can see we're going to cause a little bit of a flood here when they build that. That's okay. I did expect that. A little bit of flood. Not that big of a deal. But I was getting this down to one spot for the egg. We don't need that one. What do we want in here? We don't want eggs for that. On this. I don't think we want any of the eggs. We almost want it set up just like these. Here, did we turn on manual use? We did not. Oh, there we go. They're a lot. Oh, body temperature again. Part of that is because it gets over pressurized. So it's just, we've done such a good job of getting oxygen in here that it's just, you know, too much. What's the rest of this look like? Yeah, I mean, that loop looks pretty good. And that's getting higher too, so. We do need some carbon dioxide to go down through here. Let's see, anybody? No, we're gonna assign someone to that bed. And then this. We almost need it, just put everything in there. So we'll do that, but then we'll go through and see what egg. Eggshell is fine. Eggshell is fine. We don't want that. Or that. Or that. So that should now work, and it should pick up, yeah, everything. It'd be great if it picked up these bottles as well, but that did not happen. Okay, so the other thing I figured out that we would want in this area is another one of these. But if that's clean water coming from there, we're going to probably switch some of this around because we don't necessarily need clean water going into here. So we'll redo some of this plumbing for that. This is where they come in and out. Don't want it going in. Clean water, that way they can bring it up here if they need it. I mean, that's not bad. They're going to do a lot more dropping off, I think. Because now I'm thinking, actually, what we could do is if they drop it off, we could just put it into the drain, right? Because chances are it's going to be gross water. There's no way to say, give me just the non-germy water. So I think we'll be okay putting it in there. So that takes care of that and that. Oh, we still have some mopping to do. Get that set up. Cool. All right. That is working. That's good. Taking care of that. So something I was thinking about is we have a lot of stuff going on, I know. But I also thought about this, and if I open up that gives me negative 10C brine. I can start taking that and like running that around. I thought about making a sleet wheat farm, but then I also remembered, well, that needs dirt. I don't know that I'm like, I have so many things going on and I don't understand a lot of the mechanics. There's way more mechanics than there were when I first started playing. Oh, you jerk. That's okay. We'll have them rebuild that. That should not be erupting. Yeah, I have it locked off. All right. Hopefully Noah's. I'm glad I went down there to check that out. Let's do a quick check. Yeah, we still have some germs in there, but there are no germs in here, so I'm kind of okay with that. That's working. They're getting around to doing this stuff. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Oh, they did that. I'm actually going to use this join plate. Only because if I get that working at any point in time, I want to use that power. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, a little bit more mop in here. So how do our, let's see, 6? So we're down 2. Oh, we're down 2 there. And we're down 4 there. So yeah, we're getting a lot better. We're going to start having meat soon. Meat will be back on the menu. That water is super hot. So that's the next thing is, yeah, we are pushing this into the base, but it's super, super hot. We will have to take this and make it flow a different way. Oh, I put those too close. That's okay. I'm gonna say I put those too close together. I'm not gonna be able to get it. The bad thing is if I need to jump twice, that's not gonna be good. That's why we have this setup up here, so we can jump twice if we need to. Do I need to do anything with that? Or should I just split it on this side? I think I'll just do that for now. going to... We'll wait until everything's built. I'll cut that and then move it around. A lot of CO2 down here. If I open this up, they'll go through there, so I don't really want it. But can change the type of door. It's just gonna let all that heat in. Although this is good. Yeah, we just need a better cooling system through here. More water? Where did that come from? That's a lot of water. I have no clue where that came from. We weren't doing any production of pipes that I remember. So this is going to be water and because I don't want to mix water in here. That'll either destroy that water or something else, so... Don't like going up there. I'm gonna give that some thought. That'll just stay disabled, but still, what, like, anything deconstructed that would have let all that water? Maybe. Maybe there was a liquid bridge somewhere. Okay, so now this is done. Deconstruct that liquid bridge. Put it back in. Cut that. Cool, now we have the water going up, so that's fine. Take care of that. This is getting water from there. Good. Maybe we'll figure out a way to dump another one in here. I may not even need another one of those. Yep, food poisoning is getting better. It's slowly going away. A lot of germs, but not that many. was like, what are they doing? Oh, they're emptying the plumbing. So we're also slowly working our way out of this so that we can start putting this in a little bit of better position. And I'm hoping that when I open this up, guess I need more gold amalgam from somewhere. Get up into there, get that. I don't know if they... no, can't get to that one. But they can if they go that way. Okay, that gives us a little bit more gold amalgam. Pop the rest of that up. Where is all this water coming from? I have no idea where that's coming from, but I do know that I want smooth eggs to be moved along. Put an oxygen in here. How did that slime go? Maybe it's just because I did this. So I'm gonna turn that off again. And again, more water. Like, are they throwing ice in here or something? Yeah, I think they were just cramming it full. When I said to allow manual use, I think they were like putting water in there or something. I don't. That was crazy. More. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. So we don't need that wood bridge. Don't need that. And we don't need that. Good deal. Sadly, we have more germs in there, but that it's not that many germs. It'll go away. Yeah, I guess they were just sweeping stuff up and cramming it in there. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a lesson learned about manual use. I thought it would only be stuff that was in here, but apparently they were just cramming everything everywhere. Get that set up. So now food is getting very dangerous again, only because... That's pretty chill. 3. Okay, so we definitely need some base cooling. That's all of our food. Still not sure really where that water came from. This is something that I did on the side just for if they had any work to do or wanted to do any work. Started putting in some of these beds, so we're going to shift this over just a little bit. This wall will go here, which means it pulls this back. This will eventually be our pit. Find another place to go. Can I put that there? I'll have to remove one ladder. It's probably going to be okay. Let's see this again. Yeah, because we could put something here and then just shove it over. Have like these a higher priority than these, and it'll just up when, I guess. My other thought was I need to change these around and centralize these. That way this can maybe be shifted over and it can reach, I mean, it should be able to reach everything there. This gets so hot. I guess it got hot because we're adding hot water in here. We don't have a lot of cooling. Realistically, we need some cold water from somewhere. And yeah, we have this brine that can go into that third one. Bring it through some areas. Probably through here. Look at all the eggs. Let's see who's... Oh, okay. Anybody sick? Well, Lindsay's just stressed. Sweaty. Yeah, she's hot. 8. So it's down to 4 stone. That should be getting us some meat though. If that keeps dropping, it's because there's meat somewhere. not looking good. Get some mush bars going. And then some mush fries. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. I think the question is here, now that we have so many hatchling eggs, who made a mess and why? Trapped? Yes. Get ready to mop. I'm still really happy that I did that. that was probably one of the smartest things I've done. So CO2 is going. Yeah, these are just not working because of that. I don't know that high pressure vent is the way to go. That's going to be a short-term solution, and really it's going to stop working as soon as the pressure equalizes again. Okay, so all of this is done. But one more here, just so we don't have that going in. So this is dormant. I wonder if we got all of the water that we really needed from that. Alright, so we're using some dirt for that. I'm gonna do something different here. Not using this room, so we will go down up here. Cancel that one. Cancel that. Snip that. And then I'm going to put a switch just right here for now. Just in case, I'll turn these on, but once this fills up with CO2, which, you know, we could pump some around if we needed to or whatever. We know we can put polluted water in here, so at the very least I'll have that. Need cold water for sure. 8, 4. It's almost there. So many hatchling eggs. I can put one in. Old amalgam. Then we need to redo some of this plumbing. So we'll put that in. Might it have a, yeah, it has a, so that'll be down to there, that to that, that. So we're rebuilding this whole setup. The reason why I'm doing that is I want it to utilize some other things. What is it? The thermo, what's it called? The conduction panel. I think I can use that to get some water across. But I have to shift it across here. So I'm moving that. That's part of the reason why we're doing this. We can deconstruct that. We can deconstruct that. Go to automation and deconstruct that. All right, well, we have some different things available to us for food, so we're not totally dead in the water on that. Why are you picking it up? Sweep only. Sweep only. Well, now I understand too why we need them on sweep only, because otherwise they'll pick stuff up out of here, put it in here, and just drop it right back down. That's dumb. This should be working if we ever get any sand. We have 8.5 tons of it, so it's definitely around. I mean, they can put compostable in there. I don't know if any of that is the... We can put polluted dirt and slime. Alright, so we do have options for that. And then what's in here? Regular sand, polluted ice, the dirt, slime. If we do... No, we're not going to compost the eggshells, right? I think you can either. We need those anyway to make steel. Yeah, I can only imagine they were putting ice in here or something, and that's why. I don't need this running anymore. That's where our polluted grossness has come from. Okay, it's going away. That's a path through. This is upstream from that water. I think it would be okay. We could just pop it. I mean, we could pop it almost anywhere. I just don't want it filling that up. We've got a little CO2 in there. One way we can speed that up is by changing those out. Okay. We might want to do one more just to have regular hatches. So we'll build one more of those. Because it looks like they're not being brought back. Oh, that's right. Did they build this? So they did build this, which means we can separate this. Now that side's 1440. It's powering all of this stuff. We can take that. Could build. Separate that. Current load 60. That. It's those. That one. It's not real. I don't like running things actually in a building. I would prefer to run them in a wall. Gives me the opportunity to go back and fix my mistakes because we know I make a ton of them. Liquid pipe material. Material. Change that to gold amount. So now what we need to do is snip that. Construct that. Come on, deconstruct that. So we can add a little bit more in if needed. But not that way. Because that wall in place. So we can do it. I think we can reach it from there. Yeah, they can reach all of that. So that'll allow us to get, I don't know, we need like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Select incubate. We are gonna need, yeah, I already hooked it up to power. There we go. Good job. Now that can be set up to that same automation. And it might just be easier to build another timer. Yeah, it is still sending packets when this gets backed up, so I'm glad that worked. So we had a couple small wins recently. Okay, so now that works. Let's build this. Put that in. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We'll put in 3 and see what happens. We could put in 1 more. I'm going to take that out because I don't want it. I'm going to do this while we're seeing it on the screen. That was almost bad. There we go. Now this one should be enough to fill it up and still let it run. Yes, good. Empty that because we know I'm gonna miss that at some point. So if I we're trying to delete stuff in here. And I know it's going to cause an issue, but it's all right. Yeah, build that. You'll trap yourselves. That'll be okay. Somebody else will come build those. Cool. Vacuum. Sweep that up. So we do have food now. Mostly mush fry. And we do have these working. So we're gonna copy settings for that. Copy settings for that. And that should start breeding a sterile atmosphere. Also need... Oh, everybody is healthy. Good. Just having a hard time breathing. That's okay. Stuff's here. We can deconstruct those buildings. We don't need that anymore. That is almost done. I think if we deconstruct those buildings and those buildings, I'm gonna let some things out. Yeah, it's super low. This whole base is hot. Like, why is there slime there when you could have delivered it over here? Let's pollute it. So we'll make sure that we can put polluted water in there as well. That way they don't have to run from each side. Okay, that's better. Why did it not have any power, though? Oh, I never hooked it in. I thought I did. Turn those off just... Did that did connect it. Don't waste material. Yeah, I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. I'm gonna try to do a better kitchen setup. I mean, I'll make it out of gold amalgam just for the decor bonus. So I gave it a little bit of a scoop. Wire. Deconstruct that, please. We just don't have a lot of materials there, so we'll just deconstruct that for now. we're going to deconstruct this one too. We're going to try to center that. Let's see, is that centered? Got 17. Eight. That is the center. And I know we're redoing a few things, but like I said, we're learning as we go, so there's going to be a few things that we'll mess up on. Put another one of these here. And actually, that means we put a storage bin. I know you got some gas in there. Mush bar, forever. Berry sludge, forever. So I'd like to see this. For shipping, we should do so, yeah, that goes all the way. Then I'm like, well, it's good food. Should it just go down here anyway? And they just come here to get food? We just worry about ingredients? It's in here. Gristleberry. I mean, we could turn this to just berry sludge, because that'll never go bad. So that would be the closest thing. We do have barbecue and stuff. So then this is the raw meat, bristleberry. This side should be barbecue. Put in a fried mushroom. I think the mushroom goes over here. Put in a mushroom wrap. Aku fillet goes on the other side. Aku fillet, mushroom. There we go. Good job. Sweep it up. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we'll do for now. So we don't have food. We need to get this. So if we can get this cooled down, we do need a ladder in here. So they can get this swapped out. liquid pipe, material, change material. No order rebuild. Get this done. Are they rebuilding it? No. Okay, so this is all done. Let's get a final sweep in here. Shift plate, is it made out of diamond? Yes, it is. Put in a few more. Maybe we would deconstruct that. That. Get rid of that ladder as well. I'm not 100% sure how polluted oxygen got in there. It really should have been a vacuum, but I don't really have a way to fix that right. And I don't know if that'll get hot enough. Maybe it'll delete it at some point. It's just not that much oxygen. Yeah. Our regular hatches went really far down, but that's full, and that's a few away from being full. We're at 5, so we need 3 more. Our coal should be going up. We were to look at this. We'll put that on the list. Yeah, we got a lot of coal, so we're gonna have a ton of power here shortly. And then I guess the question is, do we need to do something with the hatchling eggs? Like, we know that they're working on them. Alright, so copy those settings from there. They ran out of time. Okay, so let's check the power on this. Power connected. Plumbing working. So they'll build that in. They'll re-enclose this. This is almost out. How's this looking? 5,000 kilograms, so that's good. Power's not terrible. Okay, so we have this set up. So now we can keep this from getting gross. That's fine. that means that technically we can get rid of that door completely. Or at least set it for open like we have for these. This is still taking care of itself up there. Oxygen, temperature, very bad through there. Very bad, really, in the entire base. The entire base just sucks. We need a cooling loop, and maybe we can do something with this. Now that we have this in place, we can always add in water to the system. I'm thinking about making this side an ice box, and maybe that'll help. We have the temp shift plates. These are just too hot for the body temperature, 60 to 95. Those are so hot. Give that a little bit of space. We have more water in here. We can always add more water through the system, so that's fine. That can be deconstructed. Get that back. I think two things we could do is a Paku farm. We're gonna have a ton of eggs. We're gonna have a ton of meat. That might be. Like, we could do a weight plate on there and let us know. I don't know how much a hatchling egg weighs. — 2,000 grams. Wow, that's a lot of... So maybe that would be the other solution, is to put in a weight plate here. We measure out how many, and if there's more than that, then they can take those. Do you get more food off eggs? Let's see. So 3,200 meat. It doesn't say. Meat holes. So that's the hatch. What I want to know about the egg. So they drop 3,200 calories. That gets cooked. That's fine. If we cook an omelet, 2,800 calories. So really, we are better off not even eating egg and just eating just barbecue Paku foods. So okay, that's interesting. All right, so yeah, we just let them die and drown, I guess, when they eventually incubate. These should be repopulating this. I'm really surprised that this didn't get repopulated already, but I guess if we're drowning them, that makes sense. So, yeah, we haven't had any regular hatches born. So the question is, do I just leave these as regular hatches? Do I change them over to stone hatches? I don't know. What do you all think? As long as we're here, I haven't checked on this whole time. Look, that's almost full. This should be set to 250. That one's set to 250. That's set to 450. That one's set to 250 as well. What is it in? It's a vacuum. Okay. So now this is pretty much maxed out. They're not really hitting max pressure. I mean, they are, but not enough. 708. So, I mean, these are working pretty much all the time. 699. Okay. This is starting to warm up. This is not able to cool it as effectively. Because of that. So to get in there, which I can, then they're pretty easy. Does that make sense? It's coming in at 12, so that's warmer than it was. -8. Stop. Shift plate. These are all cold. Be transferring a lot of heat. It comes in really warm, so the only other option would be to try to cool it off even before it gets in there. I know hydrogen has a better... So we're doing this way. I think what I want to try on this side is we talked about changing how this works. So still flooding this. It sucked. All right. Well, it did what I wanted it to do. Pop all that up while we're here. How much? Yeah, we've flooded this whole area. Okay. So my idea is we set this up. We put these tanks over here, and hopefully when it's in the tanks, it'll keep it cool. So we can set up some of those here, put a floor in, and instead of having polluted oxygen in it, we fill this with hydrogen. So we can dig all this out, put this in, take this wall out, put in 2 of these. Like so. And then these go in. So we have the room. And then that just, we'd close this off completely. And we can easily put in a ladder here. We don't need to close this off anymore. Bypassed all that. That's a lot of chlorine. I don't know. What do you all think about that? We don't need the insulated just in some of those spots, so we could just regular tile there. Yeah, they can't get to any of that. This was a good plan for what I did with that. We'll see what needs mopped up. We should be able to deconstruct those. That'll let the water fall. We're going to deconstruct all of those. And hopefully... should be able to put one. So this will either give us all the water we need or it won't, but we'll see. Construct. That. I'm worried it'll drop it too far and then let all this garbage back in. So that'll help. No water can get in there. Okay, yeah, we'll set that up for you. All right. That sucks. With that being protected now, the first thing I'm going to do when I come back is we're going to change this out. And we're going to make that just a pneumatic door because we want this carbon dioxide out. This carbon dioxide's getting down here. We do have some chlorine. You can see there's some natural gas floating around. It kind of sucks that you can't deconstruct that gas grill without letting gas out. Rotten pitch of pepper. Not quite enough. Carbon dioxide. Sterile? How much pressure does it have to get up to before it's completely sterile and stops things from rotting? Storing mush fry. Got some stale lettuce in there. I was hoping that the old way worked, and I wanted to try that again. It looks like it's not. This is coming in. I have some stuff we can get rid of that. That'll allow more CO2. Where are we? Here. We still have a lot of tonnage. But that's okay. And as long as that's going, it's necessarily anymore. Maybe we'll block that off. Open that up, that lets in all that other gross polluted oxygen. What do you all think? I'm not a fan of this entire setup. That just kind of organically out of this. This is okay. It lets us in and out at the bottom. They can go in and out at the bottom here. We still talked about just being able to go straight up and down here, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. That puts us right at the outside of this. We already have this here. We're on the outside of this, so here's another maintenance shaft that we're building in. That's in a good place. I don't think we're doing bad on power. Let's see. So our power's looking okay. Trying to zoom. No batteries are connected to a power grid. What? Huh. Oh, that's the alert. But there are some batteries. I hate that it has a thing, but clicking on it doesn't bring. Okay, so that brings me an eye. This brings me to props. Okay, okay. So that should, if one of these batteries was counted, I think I deconstructed it because I was annoyed by the constant notification. Not that door, not that gas pump, that battery. I'm gonna deconstruct it. We don't need it. Doesn't have any juice in it, so. Okay, well, that's where we are. We have some polluted water still coming in. It's not great. I think the solution to our problems is to really come down here and get this slush going. If we get that slush going, we could put in a sleet wheat farm. My only concern on getting into that, like we have a ton of sleet wheat grains that we could just harvest. If I do a sleet wheat farm, then I have to have dirt for them. And I only have 11 tons. So I'm kind of worried about building a sleet wheat farm. It's not like I can bring the piping through to keep it cold in this area. So I think what I really need to figure out is how to do some cooling loops. And that's why I want to do that test with this area here. I should be able to put that in here in this area. And that's neutronium. I don't need to do this. I can use this box just the way it is, fill it with polluted water. That will have to be through piping. But we fill it with polluted water. Let's do that. Bring that across. That'll be fine. Set that to deconstruct. Set that to deconstruct. And deconstruct those ladders. We don't. So we fill that with polluted water. We have this in the back. Put a temperature sensor on there. If it's cold enough, should be utilizing this thermoaqua. We could make that almost freeze. Make this cold. It goes through here, chills this and chills that before coming back in here and keeping this. If that worked, then we can use that water. Could snake it through, cool that off, or we just set up metal tiles and have some kind of heat sink. Maybe instead of this water just leaving straight from here, maybe we go down through that, back up. I don't know. That's a lot of thought that I'm gonna have to give it. You know, like I said, we're learning as we go. So this is a blind playthrough. I've kind of watched some things, but I haven't watched a whole lot. So just trying to get some ideas, but not directly build what I'm seeing from those ideas. So, all right, well, that's where we're gonna leave it. I'm awkward, so I'm just gonna leave now, and I will see you all later. Bye.